Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So this is the first video class for B1, Gold Experience B1, and I need you guys to take out your notebooks and your book, okay, your normal class book, and go to pages 76 and 77, okay? So it's these two pages here, okay? So, can you please have a look at number 1? It says work in pairs and discuss the questions. So, I don't want you to work in pairs. You obviously can't. But we're going to talk about the questions, and I'd like you to write the answers in your notebook. So, the first question says, have you ever participated in an exchange with another school? What happened? So, an exchange. What is an exchange? An exchange is when you go to, for example, France, and you go to school like a normal student there, and you stay with a host family, and people from France or a school in France come to Spain, and they stay with a host family here. So you kind of change countries to have a new experience at school. And I want to know if you've ever done something like that before. Or if you haven't done something like that, would you like to? I've done something like that before. When I was, I think, 16 or 17, a lot of students from Extremadura in Spain came to my school in London, and I went to their school in a really small town in Extremadura, and it was a really good experience. It was so much fun. I got to meet so many new people and learn Spanish as well, which was really good. So, can you tell me about a time when you had an experience like this? And if you didn't have this experience, would you like to have this experience? Okay, have a look at number 2. If you could do a language exchange with a school in another country, which would you choose and why? So if you had this possibility, what country would you go to and why? Okay, can you just write that down in your notebook? I'm sure you guys have really interesting ideas. Okay, so look at number 2. Today we're going to do the writing. Okay, you have an email from a person called Vincent, from a boy called Vincent. Okay, he is an exchange student who is going to visit Turkey soon. So this is his email. Okay, and you need to answer the questions. Question number 1 says, is his email polite and formal or friendly and chatty? Chatty is when you talk a lot in a friendly, happy way. Okay, and number 2 says, what 4 points does Ahmad need to include in his reply? So for your B1 exam, you will have some type of exercise like this. You'll have a letter from someone and you need to respond. Okay, and what do you respond? Well, in this original letter or email, this person asks many questions and you need to answer them in a letter or an email format. That's really important. Okay, so I'm going to read the email or the letter. I think it's an email actually. And I want you to read with me and focus on the pronunciation. And also look at these small bubbles that tell you what you need to include in your reply. Okay, so it says, hi, Imad. I'm really excited about visiting your school next week. I don't know much about your town. What can I see and do there? I'd really love to meet some of your family. My mom and I have planned a trip to a local forest for when you visit us next month. It's really huge and I can take you mountain biking if you like. It's a lot of fun. See you next week, Vincent. Okay, so what you would like to do, what you should do, sorry, is have a look at say. What do you need to say? You need to say what you can do in your town. Because remember, Ahmad is going to Vincent's town and Vincent is coming to Ahmad's town. They're exchanging. They're going on an exchange. So Vincent needs to say, sorry, Ahmad needs to reply what he can see and do in his city, okay? Because that's the question that Vincent asked. Then it says invite to cousin's house. Okay, so Vincent said he'd love to meet their family. Okay, so he'd love to meet Ahmed's family. Okay, so you need to explain or explain what you can do together and invite him to your cousin's house or friend's house or grandparents' house or anything, but you need to invite to do this thing. Okay, here it says thank Vincent. Okay, so you need in your letter you need to thank Vincent. That's what Emma needs to do. He needs to thank Vincent for the fact that my mom and I have planned a trip to a local forest when you visit us next month. So Emma needs to say something like, "Oh, thank you so much. That was so thoughtful of you. That was so nice. I'd love to go. I love going to the forest." You need to reply in some way. Okay, and here it just says yes, because it says it's really huge and I can take you mountain biking if you like. It's a lot of fun. So you need to reply. You need to say, yeah, it's so much fun. I love doing that. Yeah, that's what you need to do. So have a look at the questions that we were answering before. Is this email polite and formal? No, it's not polite and it's not formal, and that's okay because this is only an email to a friend that's the same age as you. You only make a letter formal and polite if you're writing to someone older than you, like a teacher or a boss at a business or someone that you don't know. Okay, but not someone who's like the same age as you and it's your friend. So it's definitely friendly and chatty. They talk about a lot of things and it's in a happy way. Number 2 says, what 4 points does Emad need to include in his reply? We already went over those. These 4 points here. Okay, so in number 3, on the same page, on page 76, have a look where it says read Emad's reply and find one phrase for each of these functions. So the functions are inviting, thanking, and accepting or refusing an invitation. So if you accept an invitation, you say yes. If you refuse an invitation, you say no or no thank you. Okay? So here you have the reply from Emad to Vincent. I'm going to read it and I want you to read it with me. Does Emad answer all the questions? Have a look. Hi, Vincent. I'm glad you're excited about visiting my school. I'm really looking forward to it too. Antalya is a big city by the sea. There are lovely beaches there and 2 water parks too. We could go there. There's also the popular Korsunlu waterfall about 20 kilometers away. It's really beautiful and I'm sure you would like it. Oh yes, would you like to meet my cousins on Wednesday evening? My aunt and uncle are having a party and you're invited. Thank you for organizing a day trip during my visit next month. I'd love to go mountain biking. You can tell me more about it next week. See you soon, Emad. Okay, did he answer all of the questions? Did he say what you can see and do in his city? Yes, he did. Did he invite Vincent to his cousin's house? Yes, he did. He also said, you're invited. So you need to make it really obvious. You don't just say, oh, you can come. No, you need to invite them. You need to make this obvious. Then did he thank Vincent? Yes, he did. In the last paragraph, he says, thank you for organizing a day trip during my visit next month. And did he reply about the biking? Yes, he says, I'd love to go mountain biking. So he answered all 4 questions. If you write something like this in your exam, you're going to get a very good mark. So you need to pay attention and follow the structure. Okay, so we talked about inviting. Okay, the phrase was here at the end. My aunt and uncle are having a party and you're invited. Okay, thanking. Thank you for organizing a day trip. Okay, accepting or refusing an invitation. Okay, he says, I'd love to go mountain biking. That is accepting the invitation. Also, it's important to note that this is a structure of an email. If your structure is not correct, you're not going to get a very good mark. You need to say hi to this person, and you need to say something like see you soon or love or kisses, and then your name. Okay, easy. So what I'd like you guys to do now is go to the next page on page 77 here. Okay, you have in number 4, A, B, C, and D. These are all words in the incorrect order. You need to mix them around and put them in the correct order to make sentences that make sense. Okay, so pause the video now, stop the video, do this in your notebook, and when you finish, turn the video on again and we'll go over the answers. Okay, so I've assumed now that you have done the exercise and we're going to do it together on the whiteboard. Okay, so the first one is, just let me get this set up. So A says ride, I am afraid that, can't, and a bike. The correct answer is I'm afraid I can't ride a bike. I'm afraid I can't ride a bike. Okay, this is the answer for A. I'm afraid I can't ride a bike. I'm afraid has two meanings. It means, in this context, it means, oh, sorry. Okay, for me, for example, I'm afraid I can't play basketball. I'm not very good, okay? But I'm afraid in a different context means I'm scared of something. Like I'm afraid of spiders. I don't like spiders. They creep me out, okay? So number 2, you have the words fantastic, forest trip, sounds, and the. You can say the forest trip sounds fantastic. Okay, the forest trip sounds fantastic. Okay, the forest trip sounds fantastic. Good. C, for all, thanks your help so much. Thanks so much for all your help. These are some very good phrases for you to use in your writing. Thanks so much for all your help. Okay, thanks so much for all your help. Okay, and D, this is the last one. Okay, how about with my family a picnic? How about having a picnic with my family? Okay, how about means what do you think about? Does it sound good to you? How about having a picnic with my family? Okay, so which one of these here is a refusal, refusing an invitation? It's number 1, letter A, sorry. I'm afraid I can't ride a bike. It's like, sorry, no, I can't do that. Which one of these is an invitation? I think it's this, letter D. What do you think about doing this? It's another way to invite someone to do something. Which one is thanking? It's C. This is obvious. Thanks so much. And the last one, the fourth trip sounds fantastic. That is accepting an invitation. Okay? So what we're going to do now is I want you guys to have a look here at page 77 and have a look here. This is your exam task that you need to send to my email. It says, number 6, read an email from an exchange student coming to your school. What 4 things do you need to include in your reply? Okay, so please read this task, read the 4 things, and write your email and send it to my email address that I gave you in class. Okay, when you finish, Don't just send it to me. You need to check for grammar, vocabulary, spelling, and check to see if you included all 4 points. Also, did you make this the format of a letter? After you've checked everything, then you can send it to me. Okay, guys, well, thanks so much, and I'll wait for your letters and your emails to my email. And remember, on Thursday, we don't have class because it's a national holiday anyway. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.